Don't ask me why I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, trying to drown out the intro, which I waited too long to start. Steve Rubber to the building, Nikki V in the booth.
Listen, it's okay. It's like a little entrance music for you. Don't hate it at all. The title of today's show for me is "Are You Stupid?
Are you stupid? Are you stupid?"
That's the title.
And we get offended when we use the word "stupid" to each other.
Using the word "stupid."
Great entry to the show.
Yeah.
Let's bring Nikki in here really quick.
Yeah.
Nikki V in the booth.
Good morning, guys. I've got a frog in my throat, and see, this is the problem. Being a hypochondriac, Steve, you're a quasi one, just like me. But we heard get well soon, VP. But he's got strep throat.
Okay,
and
he was in the building.
Wait, who has strep throat?
Drew Diener. And I'm not breaking HIPAA. They talked about this on the Diener show this morning. Andy and Blank was in there. Andy joined him. It was cool.
Okay.
But they talked about this.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing any HIPAA violations.
Okay.
But the second I heard that, James and I were in the back and we looked at each other and we're like, I think I got a tickle.
Oh,
no. Think I got a tickle in the throat. Now, how much of that's in my head? Probably all of it.
Yeah, sure.
But still, it's there. Now, I also want to say this. I have gotten my balls broken for coming into the studio and working with the sniffles.
Sure.
And everyone's saying, oh, you're going to get everyone sick. Oh, I'm just going to get everything sick because all he does is lick doorknobs. He's going to get everybody sick. He's getting everybody sick. Selfish, getting everybody sick. And now the VP was in here with strep throat. And all of it is just, oh, get well soon, Drew. Hope Drew's feeling better. Hope he's all right. And I echo that sentiment.
Sure.
But anytime the roles are reversed,
do you feel
balls broken, Steve?
Do you feel like he knew yesterday he had strep throat and came in here?
I don't think so. He went to the doctor.
Do you think he knew? You think he had diagnosed strep throat?
I'm just saying.
Do you think maybe his throat started hurting last night and he went and got it taken care of?
Well, maybe.
And was like, hey, I'm not coming in today.
Man, it was probably that one, but still.
I feel like you just really took a major shot there, and it was like,
I'm not taking a shot at Drew. I'm taking a shot at the double standard.
I wish your PR company would have got with you first and been like, that's not the place to take the shot.
My PR,
two totally different scenarios.
Speaking of good shots,
not running down to your mouth and coughing uncontrollably is different than Drew coming in, not knowing he has strep throat, going and getting checked out, finding out he has strep throat, and not coming in again.
I'm just saying. But no, I do hope the VP feels better because strep throat sucks. When was the last time you had strep throat?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
I'm trying to remember if I had it. The last time.
How would you know you have strep throat?
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you go to the doctor and they tell you have strep throat. I know you two don't believe in science, but like that's pretty much how it goes.
I don't know. I guess.
How would you even know if you had strep throat?
I mean, no. To be fair, now, like it kind of does have it hurts. Your throat hurts. It's like a different type of hurt. It's not like the nasal drip. You know what I'm saying, right?
No. Explain to me what kind of hurt is strep throat.
It's like, okay, you get like a scratchy throat with a cough and with nasal drip.
Okay, that's level 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even think that's level 3. I think that's like level 1. That's like, if I get that, I'm still coming to work, and then I'm getting my balls broken. Like, but that's just sort of like it's more annoying.
Okay.
It's not debilitating. But when you have strep throat, your throat hurts so bad, like every swallow.
See. And then this happens. Steve.
What happens?
Off the top rope, Babu, on the YouTube channel, which is up and running, by the way, on the YouTube channel, strep throat is no joke. At 13, I almost died from it and spent 9 weeks in the hospital.
Oh, my God.
Now I can't even pick with Nikki because you come off the top rope with that one. Now you've appropriately set the tone of guilt for the rest of the show.
You've added death into the conversation, so now everything's awkward.
Well, now I'm worried
now
about
everything's
Drew. I hope Drew gets
morbid.
better. He's got antibiotics.
Uh-huh.
And evidently, once you get on antibiotics, you're not contagious anymore.
It better had started with strep and turned into something else.
Who?
With Babu. 9
yeah.
weeks in the hospital. And
Yeah,
what's
that's wild, man.
what's
I'm sorry
funny,
that
Steve, is if you ever seen him, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He looks 24.
Okay.
He's like 50.
Yeah, right. Like you're in great shape.
You're the healthiest person.
Yeah.
Healthiest person on the planet. Like maybe that strep is the blessing that you needed to get all your antibodies for the rest of your life just built up.
And that could be the case.
Speaking of blessings in disguise.
I mean, listen. Since when?
Oh goodness! Wait a minute, Nikki. Do you know where Steve is going with this one? Just a quick guess.
Sure.
You okay? Yeah, I have no clue.
Is this because I've seen a lot of texts about it? Is this Mikael Brown stuff?
I know we've got 5 texts already, Marcus. It's like, why aren't you talking about the video yet? Like, dude, we've
relax
been on for 4 minutes. Like,
relax. Actually, let the people know, Steve. When you have something this exciting to talk about, it's fun to slow play. It's foreplay, people. It helps the product.
Yes. Gosh, I bet you guys, your poor wives, they're probably just like, hey, lay down.
Baby or no baby?
All right, I'm finished. Let's go take a shower. Can we not do anything?
Foreplay, please. Damn millennials.
We're kidding, obviously. No, people are excited. Like somebody said, somebody said getting my early prescription for girth control for this upcoming season. It says, can we talk about Mikael Brown? Dude was, oh yes, I want to get to that. That's a good text. They said, my bad. We're just kidding with you. That's funny.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
So we're all on the same page here.
Since when? One texter said, I hate Fortnite.
You have to learn to embrace it, texter.
All right, I'm with you. Okay. Since when did and I'm saying our, like me too.
Mm-hmm.
Since when did our fan base, including myself, get so uppity,
arrogant,
and comfortable,
self-indulging
that we could get the number 1 point guard in America and be like, yeah, I mean, I guess he'll start. You guess he'll start?
If it depends on his progress during the summer.
If he can get better during the summer, we'll see. I mean, I'm not ready to throw a freshman out there just yet. Until I put David Johnson and Chris Jones on a video with that freshman, and and also, you know what? I'm going to be around the TBT teams, right? I'm going to be around them. So when I say stuff, I've got to eat it because I'm going to be right there with them, right? We forget too how many times we're like, oh man, like, hey man, like all these TBT teams just kill some of these teams, or just kill some of these players. You put Mikael Brown out there, you get killed. Or I'm like, no, he probably wouldn't. He's the best point guard in the entire world that's not a college player. He can play against about anybody. He's going to start for an NBA basketball team in about 13, 14 months.
Bro, I can't stop watching this video.
Like, I mean, when I've got Chris Jones literally just grabbing him around the waist, like, first off, don't
Say it, Steve. Say it right now. Say it right now, Steve.
Okay, I was struck by that too. I was like,
don't do that again.
It's like, Chris, love you, bro, but
Yeah,
please don't.
Like, don't stop grabbing his arm, because when you pull his shoulder out of socket.
Easy, Steve. Easy. You don't.
I know.
Listen, we know what could happen, but don't say it out loud.
Like it. I know. I'm like, gosh. But like when you've got guards that I know are quick, I know can D up,
are smart.
I know are smart. Yeah. And they're just like, I can't do nothing. I'm gonna grab him. Like I just have to grab his arms. And he's still, I mean, and for people that don't know, there's an open
David Johnson.
David Johnson is out there with.
You remember how David Johnson looked last year in the TBT? You remember how different he looked compared to other professionals?
We immediately were like, God, like I did apologize to Peyton. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I was like, man, I went on the radio. I was like, man, David, he come out here. I was like, he's looking fresh. He's like, like he kind of laughed it off, but kind of like, yeah, hey, you're not wrong. like, when you get a little older and you get those young legs out there running,
looks like, different, man.
Woo, yeah. So, and when you watch, and I'm not going to say in a pickup game. Now, don't get me wrong. We're not mocking David or Chris or anybody like that, because I mean, we also understand it's pickup and stuff like that. But
everybody can make a mixtape pickup, but it's two different conversations, sure. Steve. You can learn stuff when you watch okay, put it this way. When you watch a guy holding a basketball, let's just say he's palming the ball when he passes it to Khalifa.
Yes.
You see the palming the ball. You can see the burst in his cut to go get the ball. You can see what a good first step looks like. You can see, you can see the okay. I don't like bad cutters.
Sure.
Or put it this way. If you can cut off the ball,
Ali Khalifa,
I can get you some points.
Oh yeah, keep talking about this.
I can get you some points if you know how to cut. It goes back to Steve and myself talking about the ability to hit a line in suicides.
Yeah.
Some people can hit the line, some people slide and they drag and they don't explode off the line to run a suicide. It's important.
But Marcus, can you hear me out? Let me just add to. I want to sprinkle a little salt on your steak that you're making right here. What if you're a guard? Okay, you see things from guard perspective. A lot of times me and you have our funniest arguments because I tend to see things from the big man perspective.
Yeah, fair.
But what if you've had big men before that, you're just like, all right, I'm in a little trouble. Let me throw it to Steve. Steve, just hold the ball until I can get over there and get it. You know what I mean? Like you've played with bigs like that, where it's like, no, stop, don't do anything. Here, back, God. But what if you had a big man that you could pass it to? And this was in the video. And then you set your man up and you cut. And this big man can just thread it right between two people. Boom, on the bounce and hit you perfectly. God. I mean, that Ali Khalifa pass from the wing. I have been in the mindset that I was like, I think he's fine, as far as he'll be eligible. And if he's not, I'd be sucked, gosh, but I'll figure it out. That pass ruined it. Just watch
exactly.
It ruined it. I was like, I'll cry. If it come back, he's not eligible. I'm going to be like, there's going to be at least 2 shows where I'm going to be like, we're done.
The season's over. Yeah, the season's over.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Before it starts.
It was,
if I can't have Michael Brown and Ali Khalifa together in a 2-man game for the Kansas game.
Yes. Yep.
For the Kansas game, I better see those two together
Yes.
running a 2-man game.
Oh my God. They did it so many different ways too. Got Michael a 3 off the bump. Got like I said, which ended up being a Rain Smith 3, I believe, on the
Rain
Michael
Smith
cut.
3 on the wing.
Yeah, because Rain Smith's out there running with them. Because Kobe Rogers was out there playing. I think Kanai was out there playing.
Kanai, David, Chris, Rain. Just say that. Kanai, Roos, Kobe Rogers, Rain Smith, Quentin Snyder, Chris Jones, David Johnson, Ali Khalifa, obviously.
Yeah. And there were some other local. There were some other
local guys
that a lot of people would know.
That I see over at 360 a lot. So yeah, so we're talking about some good open run. And again, jokes aside, I want veteran Chris Jones roughing up Michael Brown a little bit.
Yep.
He looks in great shape too.
I know.
Nice, solid. Yeah, and I'm saying in great shape, like give my guys some good physical run. Give my guys some good summer physical run.
Without question. Like, and that's, man.
What a smooth stroke on him.
How about that?
What an effortless stroke on him. And he gets his feet together up under him. You go back and listen to Marcus Maben all year long. Every time. Coach, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Coach. You were right. I was wrong. It matters.
Yeah.
Your foot plate, it matters. I didn't think it mattered, Steve.
I know.
Coach, I can shoot a fadeaway. You let DeJuan do it. His feet go all kind of ways when he shoots.
Right.
You're not DeJuan, Marcus. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. When you're him.
No, I came here because you let him kick his feet any way he wanted to. That's the reason I came. I said, man, that coach lets him kick his legs out and do whatever he wants. That's where I'm going. I'm going to Louisville.
Yeah.
Nope. You can't do that.
Gosh,
what an effortless stroke on him.
Oh my God. And you're just reminded because like I heard Jeff Lightsey say this yesterday. He was telling Strebel because Strebel was asking, like, let me get in the mind of a Louisville fan, you know what I mean? And Lightsey was like, we almost have to recalibrate. Because he's like, for so many years, we dealt with, Calipari. Okay, Calipari's got these crazy freshmen. They're going to be so good. He's like, now we have the surefire lottery pick freshman point guard that's like, and it's almost like Louisville fans don't really even quite realize it, like, no, we have the Wall. We have the Brandon Knight. Like we have that guy now.
And Steve, don't run from this one.
Yeah.
Don't run from this one. Because I can feel it. There is a VJ Kinger. There's a Sam Williamsoner.
Yeah.
And that jaded people into believing, you know what I'm saying? But here's the problem. When you say some of these guys were on the cusp or a little bit on the outside, no.
Yeah.
Michael Brown is you remember how like when Malik Williams, we were just getting the backdoor McDonald's guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's the first man out, he's kind of the sneak in or the unheard of. No, Michael Brown is a front and center top point guard.
Yes.
A front and center McDonald's All-American. He's not the he got in because of guy. It's like, okay, we know there's about three or four guys that are automatically in, then the math is about the rest of them.
Yes.
We got one of those now. Look, even when we got Wayne, they got Anthony.
Yeah. I love him.
Listen, I'm just joking.
Yeah. I love Wayne. All right. But I would have took him.
Oh,
Well, in all fairness, we had him.
We had him, Steve.
$100,000 later.
Yeah, we had him. Well, you know what? We won that one.
That was back in the day. That was back in the day when a $200,000 check was illegal, but it worked. Now, can you imagine trying to pay Anthony Davis $200,000? Like number one
It
pick.
cost $200,000 for the meeting.
Yeah, I was like, you would give him $300,000 just to visit.
Just to say
Yeah.
we had Anthony Davis on campus. Just to put him in Louisville uniform on his visit.
Gosh, man. But man, you see the video, and like I said, it does remind you, like, no, dude, this dude is stud. Like, what are you talking about? Like, man, he might start. Yeah, he's gonna start. Are you stupid? And like I said, we joke at the beginning. I use stupid because if people don't know, it's kind of one of our inside jokes. We don't call people stupid, you know. But it's like,
but our self-talk is calling ourselves stupid. Like,
yeah.
what are you thinking?
Are you crazy? You're like, man, oh no, man, we got these two transfers, and like, okay, and they're really good, but they probably won't be starting on an NBA team next year. He will. He's next level. You see him get a lane, just go up off 2 feet.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, give me another thing that popped out to you.
Yeah, I mean that alone, just the way he goes around the guy, gets to the lane, and then he just goes up off 2 feet and just very easily throws it through. Just off just a 2 foot jump. Now he can go off 1 foot.
I think you're
too,
wrong.
which makes
I think you're wrong, Steve.
Okay, I'm listening.
I think you think he went off 2.
Okay.
And you don't know that he went off. I'm just saying, you don't know he went off the wrong leg.
Which could be.
He was on the right side. Okay. The dunkers out there. Explain to somebody, if you're around people, how difficult it is. Okay, you can do this in your brain, Steve. Jump off your right leg on the right side of the basket and dunk with your right hand, or he dunked two-handed, but just he's right-handed. So you're dominant. You're jumping off your right leg on the right side and dunking it. It's a very awkward but extremely athletic play.
Yeah,
and he's still a freshman body, so. He's getting kind of nudged. So trying to gather yourself and still be able to dunk it like in the context of basketball is tough.
Yes.
It's really tough. Cool. So he's a either leg guy, left or right. Yeah. Again, I tell a story. My brother, he said it to me. He's like, why didn't you dunk that? You know? And I was like, because I didn't have my feet lined up. And he was like, you have to jump off, he said something like, what do you mean you're feeling alive? I was like, oh, I was on my left leg. He's like, you can't dunk off both legs? And I was like, well.
You're like, yeah, of course I can.
But then after that, it was like,
yeah,
I never had to slow down again.
Right.
I never had to worry about my which leg I'm going to jump off of, or 2 feet or 1 foot. He was like, no, you should be jumping off 2 feet. One leg, left leg, right leg. You should be able to dunk that. Either way. Michael Brown is a MB
ambidextrous.
I know, but wouldn't it be different if it's your legs?
It was your leg. Oh yeah.
So I was saying ambiped something.
Yeah, probably.
What's a soccer player, Nikki, that is equal power on the left and right leg?
He just rejoined us. Sorry, James and I were talking about we got spots we got to record and stuff.
Okay,
my bad.
No, now's a good time to talk about it.
Between 10 and 12 is the only time to do that.
No, what do you call like a soccer player that's like strong with both legs instead of like ambidextrous would be a
Ambifetrous?
That's what I know. That's what we were trying to think. Dexter says, did Maven just call Steven non-dunker? I feel like he did. Yeah, which is
Did I?
true. Kind of. It's okay. It's true. Let's see. Goes around a guy. Somebody says freaking Chris Jones. Funny.
You still mad at Chris Jones?
No. The texter's saying, because I was like, he went around a guy, and then it was like, no, he went around Chris Jones. I want that. Texter wants that said. That's fair. That's fair. He's like, oh, he beat David Johnson to the basket, and then, I'm just like, some dude in a USA shirt. Let's see.
Texas says MBJ cooking all my favorite alumni.
I know, right? It's like, whoa! Look, I'm gonna have to call Lieberman and be like, "Hey, man, let's keep him away from the TBT team. I don't need those highlights out."
Yeah, it's a little too physical.
Yeah. Well, no, and I definitely don't need. I need the illusion that like these OGs would smoke.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't actually need.
I'm gonna bring one of. Actually, you can do that. Bring one of the TBT guys in. Give us
I can do that.
Give us some breakdown.
Yeah, we'll do that. Texter says ambidextrous applies to hands or feet.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
I did not know that. When have I ever wanted to know that? When have I ever had the conversation? I'm trying to think, like, why didn't I know that?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just never had the opportunity. By the way, the ice cream selection was awesome.
It was plentiful, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah. It was kind of more of just a joke, just because, man, when Bluebell brings it, they pack that freezer out. But just watching everybody just go after it, and then watching intern Wolverine just nervously walk around debating whether he's allowed to go get one.
Has he moved up? Has he gained enough cachet in the studio to help himself to a Bluebell ice cream?
He did take
yeah. He kept coming in and was like, I think I got it. Is there spoons in here? I was like, dude, you can have one, man.
Right.
Hey, you're good, man.
Okay, give me something else that jumped off on the screen.
Well, do you want to keep Nikki? Let's keep Nikki on schedule.
35 is good.
Before we do that,
yeah,
James had a bit of a dilemma.
Okay.
So, and this wasn't what we were talking about.
Okay.
But he went to grab one of the flavors, cookie cake, and all the flavors are outstanding. The groom cake, the bride cake, the cookie cake—they're all great.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie cake, though, was the most popular. So all the cookie cakes are taken.
Just because people don't understand amaretto.
Exactly. Right. They get scared by it. And, cookies safer, So he took a cookie cake, but he was like, all right, it's frozen. I'm going to let it thaw out, soften, and I'll eat it later. He left it on his desk and then forgot about it. So it was on his desk from noon until 6 a.m. when he came in this morning.
Yeah. So which trash can did he throw it in?
Well, that's the thing. He was like, could I refreeze this?
No.
And I said, just refreeze it and taste it and see if it tastes weird. But like Lucy's intern.
I know good and well James did not ask Nikki for food storage advice.
Yeah.
For food quality advice.
Yeah,
Nikki?
James is cool.
So James also, though, is a little impish. We know this. And he said, or what I could do is just put it back in the freezer and take my name off it and let someone else grab it and see if they get the runs.
What a horrible thought.
Yeah, that's just terrible, man.
No, you screwed up. Throw it away.
Throw it away.
He didn't leave it in the heat, though.
Would you leave a cold glass of milk all night out and then come back and sip on it?
Yeah, you're right. I don't think.
I mean, like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
I think people who put ice in milk are psychopaths.
Yeah, it's not a yeah, that's 100% true. I did as a kid for some reason.
My brother did it. I was like, what is wrong with you?
Kind of good.
I did as a kid, and I would I'd put like 3 or 4 pieces of ice in there. And I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I don't know. It was nice. Yeah.
Psycho.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Texter. Says Duncan is pretty cool, but let's see if Maven can catch a drag in front of a linebacker. Yeah. Eat it.
Wait a minute.
Mhm.
Oh, so talking about catching drags in front of linebackers, remind me again what Little Petrino said to you?
Yeah. Something about there was a sucking. There was doing.
He
it for
told
money.
Steve that
And-
drag ran the wrong way, or that in out or that
It
5
was
yard
supposed to be a
in
drag.
ran
It
the
was supposed
wrong
to be a
way.
drag.
It was
Yeah.
supposed to be a drag. Will have
Uh-huh.
him in sex work for the rest of his life.
Yes. So
eat that, Texter.
yeah. I've not
Quick-
got over that.
Quick commercial break. 93.9 The Ville. Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Louisville baseball plays here.
And for the 10th time in school history, the Louisville Cardinals are regional champions and will head to the Supers.
It's the Cards hosting Miami with a trip to Omaha and the College World Series on the line.
The Cards win! The Cards win!
Game 1 coverage begins Friday at 2:50, right here on your home for the Cards, 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
If you're a true sports fan, you're always searching for that home field advantage. And speaking of homes, I have the perfect realtor that can meet all of your needs. The name you should know, Derek A. Stewart. Derek A. Stewart brings experience and expertise to all of your home buying and selling needs. Derek is also familiar with any and every type of property and location you could be interested in. And the best part is, your home field advantage is only a telephone call away. So do yourself a favor and call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now, when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Buy 4 washes, get 2 free on all wash books during Mike's Car Wash biggest sale of the year. Wash books make an awesome Father's Day gift. Buy 4 washes, get 2 free on all wash books at mikescarwash.com or any of Mike's 40 locations. Open daily 7 to 9.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
The Home Depot has fast, free delivery on the perfect gift to help Dad do more this Father's Day, because Dad is more than just a dad. He's groundskeeper of the yard, the perfecter of the patio, and the cleaner of the clippings. How are dads doing with Ryobi cordless outdoor power tools from the Home Depot? Like the Ryobi 40-volt string trimmer kit for $159. For everything dad is, find the perfect gift at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, see homedepot.com/delivery for more details.
This is the NBA Finals.
When you get to this point of the season, it's two teams and it's one goal. It becomes an all or nothing thing.
The Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Finals.
Coverage begins tonight at 7:30 on all ESPN Louisville stations and streaming live on the ESPN Louisville app.
Is the station. Now, as a second, I'd like to take a quick moment to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with that sentiment, the DFH company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi mini split like the one we use at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Fantastic.
NBA starts tonight.
Starts tonight.
Where you at, Steve?
Right.
Uninterested, interested with the ratings, interested in a high level of basketball, or is it the lame, no-name market teams? And Nikki, let me guess, you're all in for Indiana Pacers now. Judge Webb, Mr. Pacer mascot now.
No, but before this, I know it's sacrilegious, but Knicks were always my favorite team. I grew up in Sellersburg, Indiana as a kid. Reggie Miller was my favorite player. Pacers are my second favorite team. So I was rooting wholeheartedly for the Knicks and MF and Tyrese Halliburton. But then once they won, I was like, all right, go Pacers. So that's just where I am. With respect to SGA.
That's a very loser thing to say, man. I love it. Hey, I always root for the guy that kicks my tail.
Well, I mean,
may the best man win.
Do you not have a second favorite team? I know it's sacrilegious. I know it's sacrilegious because they're right.
At least wait till game 2.
Hey, the better guy won.
They did. Don't get me started.
What about Gilbert Arenas talking about Carl Anthony Towns?
I'm listening.
Did you see it? He was like,
I didn't click on it.
No, yeah. He was like, he's built like a woman.
Oh, I did listen to that clipped up.
He's built like a whole F&B.
I was
what
like,
he said.
oh my God.
But is that true? The response of Carl Anthony Towns of the picture with Gilbert Arenas' nails were painted back in the day?
I don't know, but if so, that's hilarious.
Oh, I didn't see that, but good on Cat.
Well done.
Yes.
If he did.
Yes, I think, and you know what? I don't know what the deal is with Carl Anthony Towns, right? But he looks like he's just starting to embrace it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And outside of Nikki, I'm okay with everybody else who decides to embrace who they are. But yeah, just this extra, and he's good.
Right.
He's really, really good, Steve.
It's frustrating.
Right.
Like, do we agree with that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What'd you say, Nikki?
He's super frustrating. He's a liability on defense. He makes really poor decisions with the ball sometimes.
Well, I mean, I saw the Knicks all over the finals, Eastern Conference Finals before they got him.
I like Cat. I'm just saying he's frustrating.
I mean,
I like
who
you,
is
Steve.
more
You're
entitled,
frustrating
the
sometimes.
New York Knicks fan base or Louisville fans that get number one point guards in the country? Who is more entitled?
Knicks fans.
Probably Knicks fans. Yeah. New York. By the way, Marcus Texter wants to know how we will feel about ourselves if those two guys can't get visas and come play at Louisville.
Who? Wait, who?
Good news is Louisville has already thought about that, and everything will be okay with that. But
wait,
fantastic.
Are we talking about Sananda Fruit and
yeah, and
Zugris?
Did you see the story about the there's some that with the visas and some things like that they're like, hey, some extra steps and some different stuff. Now that's why Louisville has worked with lawyers, and that's why they have a firm in Florida that is, which he tweeted out. So I'm not breaking any news there, but it's crazy. It's like rich people with money that are very smart know how to do this stuff.
Visa just wants their cut. The Visa people just want their cut.
Yeah, so I'll personally feel pretty solid about myself. So I don't know about you. I don't know about how you feel. Anyways,
Steve.
Let's see.
Steve.
What?
We were in Lebanon, right?
Mm-hmm.
These dudes, basically, they took you to a place where you're supposed to go get your passport stamped or whatever, right?
Right.
And something happened where they were like, "Oh, okay, just we were in the office, and they took our passports to the back, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say we sat in there waiting for about an hour, right? And then at some point, the guy was like, "Oh, we'll just come back and get them tomorrow." It was like, "Oh no, you won't."
No, get them now.
But here's the problem: I had never heard that was a thing, and it was just like my general awareness. I mean, and of course, the dude was acting real cool, like, it's just no big deal. It's just packed in here, so the guys, they're just doing something, and it was like, I'm not spending one day. I'm not stepping one foot out this office without my passport. Excuse me 1 second. Cough button.
No. Especially when you're in a place like, it's not like, you're in Canada, for a couple days. We're in Toronto and it's like, man, where's my passport? I mean, like you're basically in America, like at that point. We're in
I'm not
Lebanon, dude.
And then you find out, like, that's the thing, like, especially when it's time for you to leave, or that'll keep you from quitting.
Yeah.
If they have your passport and just say they start messing with your money, you can't just jump on a plane and go home.
No. Yeah, no, you're there.
Stuff like that will turn you into an adult really quick.
Well, that's why you hear a lot of people, man, that go overseas, and there's some that
you wash out.
Yeah,
you wash out for valid reasons too.
100%. I've never, like, when somebody's like, "Oh man, they couldn't cut it overseas," I'm like, "You shut up." Like, you shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you have to ask yourself, like, what can you not do? What creature comforts could you sacrifice? What inalienable, United States rights that you think are just God-given rights? And it's like, no, they're not.
Like I said, I'm both a Louisville and Knicks fan. He was like the Knicks. Yeah, no,
Agreed.
You're right.
Same.
You're right, man. When you leave you leave the country, and
is Ali Khalifa considered a European player to you?
Yeah. No, or Ali Khalifa. I'm sorry. How funny is this? I was thinking Sananda Fru. I'm like, yeah.
What made you think Sananda Fru?
Too bigs, foreign, stereotyping. I don't know. It just, my head went straight to Sananda Fru.
We have good relations with Germany, right?
I feel like that. I feel like that. No, I mean, Ali Khalifa. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's been here for 6 years.
Yeah, but he come up playing in Australia, and I mean, when you're, I mean, I don't know, man. When you're really impressionable in those younger ages, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you're learning the game, like that's, I don't know that you know, so I guess, yeah, because I think once you learn the game a certain way, I mean, even if he's been here for 6 years,
you're kind of locked in.
Yeah, like I still play it this way.
But if you're not in the States by 15,
yeah,
you're European.
Yeah. Because you come up from, I mean, you learned the game from 5, 6 o'clock from the age of 5 and 6 to 15 as a European game, right? So yeah, I mean, I would definitely put you in that boat. Which is okay. I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't because
Fru's not going to start over Khalifa, right?
You say Fru's not going to start,
right? Over Khalifa, right?
No, not early. Not early.
Steve, you know where this is going to end, right?
I'm listening.
This is going to end up in about a week from now. Steve, the minute listen, all you're going to hear is get up, get up, get up, get up. Listen. And then Steve is going to chime in. I'm going to say, welcome back. And then Steve's going to say, are you stupid?
I'm going to watch one workout.
Steve's going to be yelling, are you stupid 1 week from now?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. What?
It's going to be like, Khalifa, listen, go look, get cleared or don't get cleared. Who cares?
You want to, we got some other phone lines. You want to get them in for
the
break?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's get Rick. Welcome in, man. What's going on?
Good morning, guys. No, this is Jay, but anyway, guys, now I'm not trying to, you guys do great, but most people get a misconception. I don't know if you all got that, but Egypt is on the continent of Africa. So we got 2 from the continent of Africa and 2, one from Germany and one from Greece. So they're European. So we got 2 Europeans and 2 basically from the continent of Africa. I'm out, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, let me address that. So, what was the gentleman's name?
We're not sure. Nick said Rick.
Okay. Well, caller.
Yeah, we apologize. It was we didn't get.
Yeah, it's a part of our shtick that there's American basketball and there's everybody else. So when we say overseas or European, we're just saying it's not American. So that's kind of an ongoing. That's an ongoing theme joke. So I appreciate you.
But I'm definitely okay with you know, hey man, just somebody that's proud of a heritage. I'm okay with that.
Yes, fair.
But Khalifa learned the game in Australia though. Like that's where he, you know, actually played coming up.
Yeah.
Was in Australia.
Just like the Irish Hulk.
Yeah, right.
Learned the game.
Yeah, but
it's 100% Irish.
If they don't play in America, they play overseas.
They're Euros. It's a European game. And
if they play in Mexico, they play overseas. Like that's
it's Euro League. Yeah. Everybody else playing the Euro Cup.
Yeah, they're either overseas or they're here.
Or you're us.
Somebody's like, yeah, my buddy went overseas. Where'd he go? Man, I think he's in Mexico City, something like that. And you know what? I wouldn't blink an eye. I'd be like, oh, okay.
You wouldn't try to clown and
No, you wouldn't. Nobody would, Marcus. If we were, I'm not talking about the caller now. I'm just talking about just me and you joking around. But like, if we were in a barbershop, I was like, yeah, no, he went overseas. Like, oh, where'd he play?
Canada,
down in Mexico. So nobody in that barbershop would be like, hey man, that wasn't overseas.
No, if you told me if you went to Canada to play professional basketball, I'd be like, oh yeah, he went overseas.
Yeah, he went overseas.
He's in the Euro League somewhere. It's like, no, he's literally right across the border in Montreal, Marcus. Yeah,
but again, like I said, all jokes aside, never have to apologize for somebody being proud of heritage.
Right.
Look, I'm like, somebody wants to be like, hey, man, Egypt. Man, we got Egypt and Africa, man. Like, I feel you.
Yeah, everything outside of North America is overseas.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Man.
Okay, Nikki, go ahead and play us out. When we come back, okay, Steve, what role is marketing gonna play moving forward? Marketing conversation up next. We are rolling along. 93.9 The Ville.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. T&Cs apply.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy.
When you're injured, life doesn't stop. Medical bills pile up, work gets harder, and the insurance companies, they're not on your side. At Louisville Injury Law Firm, we are. We're local attorneys who live and work right here in Louisville. We know the people, the courts, and the fight it takes to get you the compensation you deserve. Whether it's a car accident, workplace injury, or slip and fall, you are our priority. No gimmicks, just real lawyers, real results. Call 502-242-9000 today for a free consultation. No fees unless we win. Visit LouisvilleInjuryFirm.com. Local, trusted, and fighting for you. This has been an advertisement.
Attention all men in need of a medical and cosmetic wingman. That's all of us, by the way. We have the team you've known for years with a different name to help you out. Anu, formerly 25 again, is your partner for concierge medicine, Botox, skincare, GLP weight loss meds, and of course, testosterone. But we've known that for almost 15 years. So whether you need to refill any of your testosterone or GLP or get medicine for a cold without sitting at the dock in a box for 2 hours, become a member at Anu. That's ENNU. The website is ENNU.co.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Stronger family, stronger community. It all starts at the Y. Join now through June 9th with no join fee and get 75 Y bucks to use on programs you love. At the Y, everyone has a place. From little ones playing in kids club to swim lessons, summer camps, and teen leadership programs that build confidence. The Y grows with your family at every stage and every age. So stop by or visit our website and join the Y with no join fee today.
Coming up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Our city's professional soccer seasons are underway, and ESPN Louisville listeners can take advantage of a special ticket offer today. Visit LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted tickets to Louisville City and Racing Louisville home games. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for the right place to enjoy a cold drink, it's tough to beat a night at beautiful Lynn Family Stadium. That's LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted Lou City and Racing Louisville tickets today. And remember, if it's Lou City, it plays on ESPN Louisville.
Looking for everything a sports bar has without the sports bar feel? Come to 1020 Craft Brewery. Great food, great fun, and a relaxing atmosphere where you can kick back and enjoy a cold one. Try our 1020 light beer, smooth, refreshing, and perfect for any occasion. Pro soccer is in full swing, and our Butchertown location is just steps away from Lynn Family Stadium. We're the perfect spot for every Lou City home game. Grab your crew and pregame at 1020 Brewery for every home match. Check out our Clarksville location as well. 1020 Brewery. Great beer, great food, great vibes. Come visit us.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Louisville baseball plays here.
And for the 10th time in school history, the Louisville Cardinals are regional champions and will head to the Super.
It's the Cards hosting Miami with a trip to Omaha and the College World Series on the line.
The Cards win! The Cards win!
Game 1 coverage begins Friday at 2:50, right here on your home for the Cards, 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Hey Cards fans, it's attorney Sam Aguiar. After a car accident, you need a clutch team fighting for you against the insurance company. Here at my law firm, we come up with a winning game plan on every case, and we've now won big for more than 10,000 Louisville clients. So don't go trying to take on the insurance company by yourself. Let us get every dollar you're owed. Just call 502-888-8888 and let us take it from there. Or check us out online at demandsam.com.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Go.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Raven. 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we go any further this time of the show, I always like to give a special thanks and huge shout out to one of the newest members of the team. That would be one Kentuckiana Pump Sales. For every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience. Best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
What a warrior.
He just was
What
determined.
a
Yards
warrior.
after contact. He just put his shoulder down and kept going.
You've got Nick talking. You've got whatever has manifested itself in your throat. And, and made it. That was heroic. I don't like to use the word heroic a lot, but that was
your flu game read.
That was heroic, man.
So Rummage's, oh God, at the beginning.
Yeah.
was
As soon as he started, he was like, I was like, uh-oh.
That was impressive, buddy. That was
It's
impressive.
going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
Steve.
Okay.
What have you learned about the 502 Circle going into the marketing?
Okay. Very little. Very little. This story come across my timeline yesterday.
My man Chris Steyer actually sent it to me.
Okay.
The one in the Courier.
He sent it to me as well.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Chris.
Okay, yeah.
Probably me too. Because it come across my timeline, but we may have to go through unpack this one together.
Okay.
Because I didn't get to fully dive into it.
Okay. Now, if you will,
Resurrected.
You said what?
Gotta wait for Maven to resurrect himself.
I mean, Courier. Like, let me scroll once without slamming the commercial down my throat.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm on the page.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to try to read it, but if you can buy me about 10 seconds, Steve.
I think Nikki's got it pulled up as well.
Okay, Nikki, can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
Give me 1 sec.
That was what I think. So I mean, we can have Nick kind of go through pieces of it.
I have it pulled up as well. I just don't trust myself.
The
to be able
headline
to
being
get through
the
it.
502 Circle, the official collective of U of L since 2023, will be turned into a marketing agency to help support Cardinal sports. This, according to Dan Furman, who told the Courier Journal. Furman said his group will use relationships with agencies like CAA, Clutch Sports Group, and Excel Sports Management to continue assisting Louisville coaches in roster construction. Otherwise, 502 Circle will lean into its creative content arm, Floyd Street Media, and local business partnerships to help athletes grow their brands and maximize earning potential outside of revenue-sharing contracts with U of L, which are scheduled to start July 1st.
You know what that says to me, Marcus?
I'm listening.
This is a way to the 506 Circle, and I love Dan and those guys. They're amazing, and I'm giving them credit when I say it this way. So the way I was about to say it was about to come off like very towards it, and I do not mean this. This is like major props to them. This is a way for a 502 Circle to still be able to facilitate funds to the players without interrupting the pay for play that the school budget is going to have.
Right, starting July 1st.
Which is where they're technically only supposed to get paid from now. Does that sound about right? We're just a marketing agency working with CAA and these other people.
People.
Genius.
It's over.
Mm-hmm.
House committee meetings. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
There is no rule that you will be able to implement when it comes to NIL that will not be challenged. You let a bunch of you let it out, you let it loose, man.
Mm-hmm.
All there is to do is to try to appease some part of the you know what it feels like, Steve. I'm talking about at the government level.
Yes.
It sounds like they're just wanting to get their fingers on it, get their hands in it.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
You know, just the NCAA. Once this NIL, they realize it's a total new revenue stream of hands-on NIL money. Like imagine if you were a gatekeeper and you knew all the money in college was coming from Nike, Adidas, State Farm, Allstate, and 4 other people, right?
Yeah.
4 other big businesses, and the NCAA was the gatekeeper. You had to go through this gatekeeper to do anything NCAA related.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel like there's nothing else that can compete with these top companies, you know, money wise. They'll always be able to, you know, Daddy Warbucks, you know, everybody else.
Right.
The minute you open that crack to NIL, the advertising dollars, the marketing dollars, it's like going from $1 billion industry to $1 trillion industry in 24 months.
Yeah.
Like, do you realize how much, like, when you start seeing that Adidas is signing the high schoolers and the high schoolers can go to any type of school, and how much, and when you say words like influencer, do you know how popular and a Tyron Stokes is on the circuit? You're getting, I mean, just like you said, Cooper Flag, 28 million in NIL.
It's unreal. That's a big number.
That's a big number, Steve, for a college freshman. Now, he's a stud. There are always going to be college freshmen that are studs. 28 million, but it's too late. Listen, like I said, these government entities are going to try to get their hands in the pockets of, because listen, the Cooper Flag, do you realize how much cheaper it is to go straight to Cooper Flag now?
Mm-hmm.
And Cooper Flag doesn't have to go through, he can sit down. He doesn't have to go through the gatekeeping university or the gatekeeping, you know, he can deal directly with the 502 or, you know, or whoever, you know, we can make this introduction for a percentage. But the government element, it's like, it's way too late.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean,
amazing, though.
Well, it is, but you're right. You're right. And it's one of those things, man, where when you look at it, you have to change. You have to move with it. As I'm looking at it back from the school's point of view now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You have to adapt.
Yeah,
you say adapt instead of change. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I just thought that would be a better way to say it.
No, it is. It 100% is. And you have to adapt with it and move to how can we still be able to compete. And again, like not just okay, we got this amount of money. Andrew Brandt,
make it past fundraising. Yeah. You have to get past just the fundraising dollar.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really funny tweet from the Saints.
I'm listening.
Tyler Shuck threw a deep ball to their receiver, Shaheed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it might be a running back. And the tweet was, "Shuck it, Shaheed is down there somewhere."
That's a dad joke, Steve.
That's a good one, man. It's like, oh yeah, I love it. But that's what I love about what U of L's doing right there is you know, they're finding a way to say, okay, all right, let's see the other ways where, because again, you have to be able to, and when I'm saying adapt, you have to be able to adapt to the ways that are how do I say this? The shady part of it, because it's almost like the upfront part, everybody's going to be doing. Who can do the back end stuff
to give you the advantage?
And it be in the borderline of legal,
in the gray,
so
to speak.
yeah. The gray is where because everybody's going to be doing that. It's not hard to find out the stuff that's like, okay, the NCAA's approved this. Okay, well that stuff's not hard to figure out.
You think you're gonna get a college sports cap of $20 million now? And I just saw Cooper Flag make $28 million. Do you think you're gonna get away with? Like I said, I know they're trying. Like I said, I understand they're trying to pass the bill, and I understand they're gonna get support from get off my lawn and all that. And it's like, no, like I said, the fight is going to be in the legalities and the gray area.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know. I've been watching. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
You lost me for a second there. I got a little Isaac McNeely.
Steve.
Y'all watching that video too?
Yeah, I got a little Isaac McNeely. I was like,
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Why didn't you want it?
Yep.
You didn't send it to me?
Chase sent it to both of us because he's our producer.
You didn't send it to me?
No.
Where did he send it?
We're in a group chat.
You know what? I did hear my phone.
Oh, now I'm pissed.
I think
now
I
I'm
did
pissed.
hear my phone go off.
It does feel a little dirty.
Okay.
It does feel a little dirty.
Yeah. Do you think about me?
Are you gonna?
Do you say my name during it? Like,
are you describing what you're seeing right now, Steve?
Threes and threes and threes and threes.
Okay, if Chase sent it to me,
little backdoor cut,
then I'm gonna send it to me.
Finishing through contact. Oh yeah,
Chase.
Up and under.
Hey,
Come on.
what is Chase's Twitter handle?
Phone number? You want me to give it out?
No, just give out his Twitter.
I don't know if Chase has a Twitter.
I think he at least.
Chase is an old soul, man. I don't know. Like, Chase is like, dude.
There, I put it in our group chat.
Steve, can you talk, please, Steve?
Yeah,
I'm sitting here choking. People are curious of what's going on.
I just sent it.
Yeah, we sent it.
You have our group chat silenced, don't you, Marcus?
Yeah. Yeah.
How
about
what
that?
did you just ask me?
How about that?
I thought
How about that?
I thought that went without saying.
Yep.
Everybody's group chats get silenced on my phone. No,
Said yours and Chase.
Isn't that a given? I didn't even know Chase sent anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great, man. Shout out to Chase. He's awesome.
Okay, Steve, describe what you're saying.
Threes.
For the radio.
A lot of threes. In a row. Many from the corner. I'm watching him, like I said, finish through contact at the rim. I'm watching him get into the body and create separation to score a bucket. Watching him go up and under. He's everything you want.
He looks kind of yoked.
He does look kind of jacked,
yeah.
doesn't he? Like, I mean, he's a pretty good sized dude, right?
I mean, he's no Rain Smith.
No, he's better.
You think he's better than Rain Smith?
Do I think the former 5-star that's played 3 years in the ACC is better than Rain Smith? Yeah.
Rain Smith, you realize he just made the all Adidas Eurocamp first team.
Yeah. And I love him.
I almost feel like you're doing Rain a little dirty there. You're just
Steve, the body's not in
it. You knew what
Rain Smith is actually in here training. Ooh.
I love Rain Smith.
Let's just pay for the matchup right now.
No, because I want to keep.
You want to keep loving Rain.
Yes, and
then
if I
it's
watch
when
him,
you put people up against each other immediately.
Yeah, I'm like, but when I look at Isaac McNeely, you're like, yeah, he's different.
Okay, king of the court.
With Isaac McNeely?
Isaac McNeely, Rain Smith.
Oh, Isaac. Yeah.
Isaac McNeely, Ryan McMahon.
Isaac.
Isaac McNeely, BJ Flynn.
Isaac.
Isaac McNeely, Simon Nadanoff.
Isaac.
You said who?
No, I'm doing my finger guns in the studio.
Isaac
Nick's
McNeely.
getting very uncomfortable.
With your finger guns?
Usually aroused. It's weird.
Who was it?
I didn't have another name.
Oh, okay.
Who was
the thing is though?
what
that
shooter was I
entire
supposed to
King
use?
Of the court, the
Luke.
entire King of the Court that you did that
Mhm.
was during the portion of the video where McNeely just makes consecutive 3-pointers.
About
So-
13 in a row.
About 13 in a row. So that entire King of the Court that you did was lined up perfectly. This is why I wish we had video. Like it was going perfectly synchronous with the video of Isaac McNeely just draining threes. And I kind of was on Steve's side.
Oh, yeah.
I agreed with all of that.
Oh, yeah, all those. If you'd given Luke, I might have went, ooh.
I got to ask you this, then.
Hi, Glenn Dean.
Speaking of,
Dean.
do you remember?
What are we doing here?
Steve, do you remember watching Rod Strickland? Or is that outside of your wheelhouse?
No, absolutely.
Wait, it is out of your wheelhouse?
No. Rod Strickland.
Okay, what about Kevin Johnson?
Yes. Oh, I had a Kevin Johnson poster.
Okay.
In my room. Phoenix Suns. I actually had his poster in my room.
What about Abdul Rauf?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you ready?
I'm listening.
Let's do the real one.
Okay.
Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson, Abdul Rauf.
Still Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson, Jason Williams, White Chocolate.
Come on, man. Do this for the delegation.
I got it. Oh, no, I'm gonna stick with Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson, Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant, Steph Curry.
1-on-1.
King of the Hill, Ja Morant, Steph Curry.
God, Ja Morant.
Ja Morant, Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
We have a winner, Allen Iverson, King of the Hill.
Allen Iverson, listen. Allen Iverson always wins King of the Hill.
I'd agree with that.
Why is that? Why is that?
You could,
because he was just a pit bull, dude.
He's AI.
I don't know.
Allen Iverson.
81. Hold on. Let me cough.
He wins mine at least. Like,
81-50, 93-9. People. 38-31, 93-9. Please chime in on this one. Out of Iverson, and keep in mind, I'm saying King of the Hill. We're talking about, let's just say a 5-point game, right? Who stays on the court? 5-point game, 1-on-1. Iverson, Steph, Ja Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Rod Strickland. Oh, I think I left out Rod Strickland. Abdul Rauf, Kevin Johnson, Tim Hardaway, Jason Williams. Steve ended with Iverson, King of the Hill, in that group.
Yeah.
And that's just because of his dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got Ja Morant over Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Oh, nah. Ooh. Yeah.
Jeez, Donovan just single. Look, and then this is what you do, Steve. You mean gun toting Ja Morant?
Yeah, I know.
Listen, I would have said, listen, that was just my way of giving Donovan Mitchell the bump he needs to win that match.
I know. Yeah. Just somebody said McNeely had 10 versus Louisville, while Smith had 19 in the matchup last year.
Say that again.
Smith in the first matchup, McNeely had 10, and Rain had 19. In the second matchup, Smith had 15. Rain had 15. McNeely had 13.
But Kelsey was coaching versus Rodriguez.
No, that proves it. Rain's better.
You were wrong, Steve. Rain had the Kelsey advantage.
Yeah, no, I'm still taking McNeely over Rain. Hope I'm wrong, or I hope I'm right. I mean,
If you switched teams, what would McNeely have had if he was playing for Louisville and Rain was playing for Virginia?
And yeah, I'm gonna give all the credit to my coach.
If McNeely had been in Ray Smith's shoes, he would have had 40.
In all seriousness, have a buddy who is at ESPN Virginia in that area, and he's gonna come on with us a couple times this season and stuff. But he the first thing he said to me about McNeely was he was like, dude, that poor guy. He was like, said he was recruited by Tony Bennett. He should have left. He was like, he should have left before the season started. He should have got out of there like the other dude did. He was like, he should have, because he was like, he was just a man without a home last year. He was like, he tried. He had some games that he went off, but he was like, they had no purpose in a lot of those games for him. Let's see. AI is king of the hill on most courts. No one's stopping AI in his prime one-on-one. AI is the best two-way point guard. Steph beats them all.
You chose AI over Steph pretty quick.
No, I chose Ja Morant over Steph.
Yeah.
You took Ja Morant over Steph.
Yeah, that was me. I think the athleticism but it's probably Steph.
I was gonna say, wait, are you going current or are you going prime?
Prime. Everybody's prime.
Yeah, everybody's
prime.
Everybody's
okay.
prime.
But I'm saying, I think you're doing it right now. Like you're influenced by current.
Because Steph
recency bias.
Dirty, man. I mean, he is really
nasty. Yes.
I just think
Steph is past his prime.
Morant. Oh, sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's still good, but yeah.
Do you feel like you've already seen prime Ja Morant?
That was the question I was going to ask. Have we seen his Ja in his prime? I don't know yet. How old is he? 25?
Young guy.
He should be, but I think we all fear he's missing his prime.
Ja Morant, yeah, 25.
Texter does agree that sent the stats. They said they wanted us to know they do agree with the upper hand with PK was kind of part of the point too. Yeah, which I again I'm kind of going overboard there with the McNeely so much better than Rain. Just kind of was for fun, but I do think he's again. This is one of those like I had one of these moments with a player that used to be at Louisville. And we were like, oh man, a couple players, we're like, oh man, we love them, they're amazing, they're the perfect role player, and we're like, but I'm like, yeah, but they are that, like you gotta remember, like I just think McNeely, man, you're talking about a former 5-star type kid. I mean, he's a stud.
Did I do the delegation wrong by not putting Stockton in there? I apologize. That's a good call. Look, I peeked up at the text message. I should have at least put him in the King of the Hill.
Yeah, who's he? Yeah, because no, you shouldn't have. And
okay,
I'm white. Who's he going to?
Stockton Abdul Rauf.
Stockton throwing the ball into a round hole somewhere.
Stockton Kevin Johnson. Stockton Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
Stockton White Chocolate.
White Chocolate.
Stockton Donovan Mitchell. Stockton Ja Morant. Stockton Steph. Stockton Iverson.
Stockton.
Yes, Steve.
Like I gotta put on, at least a little bit. No, all jokes aside, no, that is fair. But I think Stockton's not. You don't think of John Stockton as put him out there in a one-on-one game. You think of him as like, yeah, put him out there and let him get people open.
Right.
Like
he's a facilitator.
Yeah, not saying he can't score, but
right.
I would
elite facilitator.
Yeah,
yeah.
Maybe the best ever. Like
right.
I wouldn't think of him though as like a king of the hill guy.
Earl Watson talks about John Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I thought we was going Earl Watson.
If you Earl Watson or Stockton, listen.
Okay.
If you have a chance, I'm sure it's across everybody's timeline. You want to know who crossed my Twitter timeline last night, Steve? Go figure. War Room Tony Stallings.
How about that?
Ouch! What a coincidence, Steve.
Yep.
That we brought up his name yesterday.
Tony Stallings, and then boom, there he is.
War Room, right on my Twitter. It's just crazy how these coincidences keep happening. So,
I know, right?
Earl Watson talks about John Stockton and basically punking every point guard, and Gary Payton warning Earl Watson, like, he's not what you think he is.
Yeah.
There's a very funny, listen, I think if you saw this, you might change. You might bump up Stockton in one or two of those matchups.
It probably would, man. Probably would. Like I said, I'm more just like looking at it from I don't know. He's not who I would pick.
Okay, listen. Last question, something to think about. Also, texters, I want you to think about this. What would be a football version of King of the Hill so I can add football players to that segment? Or are we just taking like which receivers or which quarterbacks, or just match them up? Just like,
yeah, as I say, I think unfortunately it has to be running back versus linebacker or something. And
no. We can go all receiver. We can go all receivers.
Yeah,
or all running backs.
Go
or
all
quarterbacks.
Position. You could go all position. Like
just say
know,
Marino or Montana.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. You could do it. Wouldn't be a technical
one-on-one.
Texter says, I love McNeely, but where was he a 5-star? 247 had him at 52nd. Okay.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. I love this job. I love it, Steve.
Rain wasn't anywhere close to 50 seconds.
I love this job.
Sorry. I had it wrong.
Thank you, Texter. Steve needed that humbling. Quick commercial break. Last commercial break. 93.9 The Ville.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if erectile dysfunction is making a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Tri-State Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of Remax Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Are you getting ready to stock up for your next celebration? Whether you're planning a gathering or just need to restock, Liquor Barn has everything you need. Why leave the house when you can have all your favorites delivered right to your door? Order now from Liquor Barn for convenient delivery or pickup. Visit your nearest Liquor Barn store, head to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place your order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online and enjoy more time for what matters the most. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com, and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Jeffersontown Beer Fest returns to the heart of J-Town on July 12th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Jeffersontown Craft Beer Fest takes place in the heart of downtown J-Town, featuring more than 75 breweries, wines, food trucks, live music, and much more. Tickets are available at jtownbeerfest.com or head to the Middletown or J-Town, Cox's, or Evergreen Liquor locations. This event will sell out. For more information, head to jtownbeerfest.com. We look forward to having a beer with you soon at the J-Town Beer Fest. jtownbeerfest.com.
This is the NBA Finals.
When you get to this point of the season, it's two teams and it's one goal. It becomes an all or nothing thing.
The Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, the finals.
Coverage begins tonight at 7:30 on all ESPN Louisville stations and streaming live on the ESPN Louisville app.
Hello, this is Dan McDonald, head baseball coach at the University of Louisville. You're listening to the home of Cardinal baseball on 93.9 The Ville.
We'll see what happens from here.
Steve, Don't you dare act like Nick isn't a straw fondler.
Oh no, he is. I just thought
What
maybe.
the
Oh no, you are a total straw.
Nikki,
fondler, dude.
I effing dare you to challenge.
Yeah.
The idea that you are not, or you are a straw fondler.
Yes.
I'm a server. I know not to fondle straws.
No, dude. Nah, bro. Maybe not at your job.
All right, wait. I'm gonna deflect.
Okay.
Go figure. Nikki is getting ready to deflect. Wait, you think we didn't know you were getting ready to deflect, Nikki?
You are the ultimate life goalie, dude.
YouTube
We're aware.
and the radio all knew you were getting ready to deflect. We're listening.
My rebound control is now if I'm being insensitive, like tell me to stop. But as a server, you notice certain tendencies with certain bits of clientele.
Mm.
And I've noticed there in your delegation, Marcus.
Oh boy.
They always
No, keep going.
No.
Oh,
It's
no,
just,
no, say it.
But straws. I've always, if I have a table of Marcus's delegation, they request straws.
Wow.
And I'm just wondering,
So
like,
weird.
No, but no,
Weirdos.
No, it's not a ridiculous request. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just, is that a delegation thing?
Request.
No, I don't want to put my mouth on your dirty restaurant cup.
But like any other delegation, like they don't
That's not true.
request it.
White people do not walk in and go, "Hey, let me suck on this cup."
I'm just telling you what I've noticed.
No,
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm
from the white delegation.
I'm
right
surprised
now.
more
Like,
people don't request straws. Like
because they assume you're gonna hand them to them. You don't give straws with the cup?
Listen.
Okay, I'm in a restaurant.
You're the worst server ever.
I'm in a restaurant, like a restaurant Facebook group, and this like topic came up, and nobody was mad about it.
This is
was
on
just
you,
one of those
Steve.
things. It was like
Steve. Listen.
I mean, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about here?
Like you don't hand a straw. Like they probably
no, I don't hand
request straws because they're like, my server's a dumbass.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't know what are we talking about?
Okay, if you go out to eat a lot of places, fancier ones. I'm not saying like the chain restaurants.
They give you straws at Jeff.
They give you straws everywhere.
I haven't experienced that.
And if
I
they
go to a
don't,
place that wasn't like a chain restaurant, like an Applebee's or a Texas Roadhouse or something like that, they don't automatically give you straws. Now, if you get a cocktail or something, sure, or a soda, maybe. But I'm saying the water that you get at the table a lot of times doesn't come with straws.
Oh, so you're saying Marcus's delegation only gets water because they're cheap.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
No.
I'm not saying that at all.
We're in it now.
No, I'm not saying.
Nikki, don't take the bait. Nikki, don't take the bait.
No, I'm not. I am not. I am bobbing and weaving. I'm not taking any. No, I'm not. I'm saying just for the complimentary waters.
Good call, Texter. Wow, Nick hates black people with straws. Yep.
I don't.
Light it up.
It's not an unreasonable request.
No,
I just
happen
to notice that
you're
one
correct.
group
I
requests them more.
But listen, okay, if I'm speaking on my experience from the delegation perspective, yes, I think 99% of my delegation wants a straw anytime they're not at home.
If your delegation is the human race.
And that's why I say, Steve.
This has nothing to do with black people, white people.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Human beings,
it's just something I
when
noticed.
you're not at home,
if
you
I
get a
have
straw.
If I have 5 tables,
my nasty dad, everybody else likes a straw. My dad, in all fairness, I guess take an L for the white people, but my dad just takes a restaurant cup. And
that's why I said 99%, Steve.
Yeah,
and then you said 99% of the human race, when you're not at home, you want a straw.
Yeah.
It's not an unreasonable request. I just noticed that I only get it from.
It shouldn't be a request, though. Is what I'm saying. Like you should hand straws
every time you bring a liquid that's not soup to a table, it should be accompanied with the straw.
Maybe we're unearthing the whole issues here.
I'm just
Nick's like, man, tipping really sucks nowadays. I'm like, well, you didn't give any of your tables a straw last time.
I know I'm not. I know I'm not alone with this.
This is why
You are 100% alone on this.
I'm not. Like I am not. It's just something I've noticed, and I just was wondering, like, is it like something? Is it something I'm doing
No,
wrong?
you said
Or
it,
is
Steve.
just- is it
This
a
is why we.
delegation?
This is why we're getting to the bottom of this, Steve. You think the
like, I don't know
delegation
what's up with
doesn't
tipping
tip
in
well,
the country.
and you're not bringing them straws. You're not bringing them straws the whole time.
They're requesting it because they're like,
Okay.
can we have
Next
a
time you go to a restaurant, I'm not talking about ordering a drink, a soda, a lemonade, a cocktail. I'm saying just a straight up the complimentary water that you get. Take a notice. The little cups, the little glass that's on the table. Take a note, like notice if it comes with straws.
Steve,
our restaurant, we got no problem giving away straws. Hell, I'll give you 15. And I don't handle the straws when I give them to you. I'm not a straw fondler. I let you either pick your own straw
right out of his
or
pants,
I take
drop it on the table.
And keep
I
in
get a
mind,
napkin
this whole
and I hold it with the
conversation
napkin.
started because
text. It's official.
Nikki
Nick
buys Steve
No, I'm not.
a
It's
Diet
just
Coke and takes the straw out of the wrapper and sticks it in the cup.
I'm like,
He does it. He fondles Steve's straws.
and I'm always like, what are
And
you
here's the
doing,
thing.
dude?
And here's the thing. I
And Nick
purposely
got strep vid.
never say anything because it might have been a delegation thing that I didn't understand. I was wondering why you don't kill him, Steve.
That's a good this is a good tweet. We now have a survey on Twitter from Read the Room. And the survey is, why is Nikki not bringing black people straws?
I'm not bringing anybody straws with their water.
So I said, I'm white. I want a straw.
Everybody wants a straw.
Okay, all right.
Where are
but
my
how-
Latino brothers and sisters at?
But they don't. They don't request them.
Do the Mexicans like straws?
I'm just saying.
Where
only
my
one
where
table-
my Indian brothers and sisters at? Do you want a straw?
It's not an unreasonable request. It's not an unreasonable request. It's just for some reason, like white people, they don't request them as much. And I'm just wondering, is it like a cleanliness thing? Am I giving off a vibe that I'm not clean or something? Or is it just simply like, hey, we like straws, it keeps our drinks cooler?
Yeah. Yep. That's a good text. Somebody said, Nick, sometimes it's best to say nothing at all. Nick's good text. Nick's favorite player is definitely McNeely.
It was just a question.
Steve, it's
And
about
I saw it
this
on
is
a
the best time of the
restaurant
show
board.
for you to go ahead and give a shout out, Steve.
Yeah, right. Like, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and give a quick shout out. And sorry, Nick, it won't be like Dolly Center or anything. We'll go right along. Want to shout out my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health because they always there taking care of us. And unlike Nick, when I go over there, I don't have to ask for the basics. They just give me the basics, and it's great. So I went over there. It was energy. They gave it to me through a needle, not a straw, and it worked out great. It worked out great.
Did they fondle your straw while you were there?
They don't have to. But if they did, I would have no trouble. And if I did have trouble with that, they would say, well, you might be one of the 50% of men over the age of 50 that are dealing with erectile dysfunction. And if that's the case, let us help you out. And they have over a 90% success rate when it comes to that. Great locations in Louisville, Northern Kentucky, Columbus, Cincinnati, all the different spots. But go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Take that low T quiz, 10 questions, about 2 minutes, yes or no answers. And tell them you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Okay, hit it, Nikki.
A bunch of callers want to weigh.
Yeah, we got a couple callers really quick, Nick or Marcus, and a couple texts. No, we can't talk about the restaurants. People, Let's see. Black people don't like putting their mouth on drinks that ain't at their house.
It's not an unreasonable request. I never said I have no problem doing it. I just noticed that it only seems to be
Cory Booker coming for you.
I just noticed. I just was
Nick is
wondering.
pro-vax but anti-black.
I am not.
You opened up. Nope, Nikki.
The guy,
you opened it up.
Pissed in the sink is giving off dirty vibes. All right, now we're gonna,
you opened it up, Nikki. I tried to bail. Look, I tried to get you to play out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, phone lines.
We got two calls, and then, and then let's get it.
Johnny. We got Johnny first.
Yeah.
Fire away, Johnny.
What's going on, Johnny?
Not much. Hey, Nick, I've been working in restaurant. I'm 59 years old. I've been working in restaurants since I'm 14. And the one thing I learned real quick is the less things people have to ask me for, the better it is. It's called silent service. When I walk up to your table, I drop napkins, I drop appetizer plates, I drop condiments, I drop straws. You don't have to ask for nothing. That's what you do.
Yep.
You make everybody's life easier. You make your guests' life easier. You make your job easier, and nobody's asking for nothing. I used to wait in this. I worked on a golf course here in Daytona. I waited on the whole dining room. It was a small place, but I would wait on 50 people, and I didn't say anything. And I was waiting on the whole dining room, and this couple kept staring at me. And I walked up to them, and I was like, "Is something wrong? You guys keep staring at me." And they're like, "We're just watching you. You're waiting on this whole dining room, and no one's asked for anything, and you haven't said anything." I said, "Because I give them everything they need as soon as they sit down. There's no discussion. There's no conversation. It's called silent service, Nick. So you need to learn that. So when you leave my table, the only thing left on your table is the glass you're drinking out of, because I don't leave dirty plates, napkins, dishes, anything on your table."
You pre-bust. That's service 101.
And Johnny, we appreciate it. We got to get one more in here before we got. Look, Nick's a great server. It's not there. I just think this is a blind spot for him.
Maybe it's just I don't know. Like
Nick's excellent. I've had people that have had Nick, and they're like, "Oh, he's fantastic." Like, yeah, he does a great job at it.
And I have no problem doing it. I just made it was just an observation.
Let's get the last caller.
All right, last one.
Kendra wants to.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You are in for it.
Kendra, fire away.
And then I called in to specifically defend Nick.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kendra.
When we dine out, sometimes they ask if you want a straw, sometimes they do not. It's not customary that they just leave straws on your table. If they don't ask, I will ask for one. And yes, I am a black person. So whatever
Kendra,
that
is
means.
this post-COVID or pre-COVID?
And I'm like, why are you guys jumping on Nick? See, this is what happens when, he doesn't no-show, he doesn't show up at work and leaves all high and dry for the producer. Days like this.
Kendra,
thank you.
No call-in days for Nick.
No, listen.
Thank you for defending me.
Thank you, Kendra. I needed that. Thank you.
We always appreciate
Love
you. And thank God. Look, there was Nick. There's no doubt Nick sent out a text and was like, "I need one black person to call her."
Somebody, please.
Let me give him a phone. Help.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah.
Help
and then he recited the entire line.
Go ahead and play us out, Nikki.
No.
Play us out, Nikki, right now. Yeah. That is enough.
I know. Yeah,
hit it, Nikki.
Great.
What you got on deck, Nikki?
Yeah, what do we got over there?
God. We got Greg Galliette from the Bats joining us.
Great white guy.
Kesty's going to join.
No.
He's Jewish, for what it's worth.
It's fantastic.
Talk about the NBA final.